Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. It is time for the Toyota starting lineups. And we begin with the visiting Memphis Grizzlies, a team that is 47-26 overall. They've won 5 in a row and on the road 18-17. Posey, Gasol, Sakalidis, Miller, and Jason Williams. Hubie Brown has done an outstanding job at his first full season with the Memphis Grizzlies. They are 47-26, just 3 games shy of the 50 mark. For the Atlanta Hawks, Jackson, Crawford, Collier, Sura, and Terry. And we are underway in the Memphis Grizzlies in their road black attire. Win the opening tip. Dick Pavetta, Blaine Reichelt, and Phil Robinson, a veteran crew, joining us here on this Monday night. And the Memphis Grizzlies started with Pau Gasol. Gasol yesterday had 23 against Toronto. The Grizzlies defeated Toronto by 6, shooting 55% from the field. The Hawks are coming off of a victory on Saturday night against the Chicago Bulls, 97-88, and Steven Jackson rings it up.
For Steven Jackson, he's the Hawks' leading scorer, and you'll see him take the majority of the shots tonight.
Averages over 18 shots a game. Posey spins baseline and lays it up and through. The Grizzlies are one of just 7 teams in the NBA, Hawk, to have a better than 500 record on the road. It's been a remarkable year.
It has been, and that's one of the stats that is really amazing, that they've been able to go out and win on the road as young as they are.
3rd youngest team in the NBA, Jason Terry with a second chance. The Grizzlies, over their last 16 road games, are 12-4, and they've won back-to-back games on the road. In the month of March, their only road loss was at Houston on a night in which they went 1 of 15 from downtown, and a quick start for Pau Gasol.
Good penetration by Jason Williams. Grizzlies worked them on the baseline on that possession, let him come off, get the ball in his hands, and create a scoring opportunity for Pau.
Terry turns the corner, fires, and Jason Terry knocks it down. Atlanta on Saturday night missed their first 10 shots. Coming out tonight, they're 3 of 4 from the field.
Out hot, getting whatever they want offensively.
Williams getting a 3 and the steal. Finds Mike Miller. Miller body control. Shot doesn't fall. Terry into the front court quickly to Sura. Denied by Jake Sakalidis. And Jackson tees up Sura. Shot doesn't go. And Pau Gasol, the Grizzlies are off and running. Jason yesterday knocked down 2 big threes late in Toronto to seal it for the Memphis Grizzlies. And then the Grizzlies up by 3 early. Terry Stotts, in his second season with the Atlanta Hawks, replaced Lon Kruger back on December 16th of 2002 on the interim basis. And of course, Lon Kruger now the head coach of UNLV. Mike Miller, this is his 6th game back, averaging 9.4 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 assists since his return. And from the free throw line, he had been 87%. Mike 1 of 2 there.
Well, this is one of those games where the Grizzlies, I think, come out and jump on Atlanta. You never know, they may quit.
Sakalidis earns the foul. You know, it's interesting to note, as Big Jake picks up his first, that there wasn't really any celebrating after last night. In fact, I was speaking to Tony Barone. He said he didn't even stay up. Said he was so tired he didn't even stay up to find out what the outcome of the Utah and Laker game was. And it's interesting to note because this is a team that has handled themselves throughout Hubie Brown's tenure. Very businesslike, very professional, very matter-of-fact. And you speak to the players. I spoke to Shane Battier, and they just said, hey, we just need to keep doing what we're doing. We're in a rhythm right now. We just want to continue to do that. And at the end of the year, after all 82, we'll find out where we sit.
And I think everyone pretty much knew it was just a matter of time. It was a formality. They were going to get to the playoffs. Now that they have, they want to just continue the roll and go into the playoff playing some of their best basketball.
Hawks cannot stop Pau Gasol early. He is 3 of 3. And the Memphis Grizzlies, of course, one of the top teams in assists, and that's because they work the ball.
In Atlanta, they tried to go in the zone, and the Grizzlies still was able to move the basketball well, eating them up inside early. And Pau He's having off to a good start.
Mike Miller just earned his first. Sura with the basketball began the year in Detroit. This is actually his third game against the Grizzlies. Jackson denied by Sakalitis. Two big blocks by Big Jake early. The Nola, Casey, and an offensive. And Dick Bavetta is going to call Blaine Reichelt over. And JP turned and looked back at Dick Bavetta, and I think they may change the call.
Dick Bavetta saying that Crawford may have been in the restricted area, but it's clear he was standing outside of the restricted area.
But the foul is going to be charged to Chris Crawford as Jackson heads toward the Atlanta Hawks bench injured. And so the call is reversed. Dick Bavetta felt obviously that Crawford jumped into James Posey, and Posey knocks it down. This is what happened to Jackson at the other end.
And I can't tell exactly where he hit his hand.
It appears to be the right hand of Jackson. Boris Diaw checking in, the rookie from France. And the Grizzlies on top early by 6. Sura driving. Shot doesn't go. Sakalitis taps it. And Posey reels it in. Memphis off and running once again.
Grizzlies doing a good job defensively early of challenging Atlanta when they drive to the basket, making them take difficult shots.
Jason dribble drive. Jason, oh my! Sweet move by Jay Will.
Atlanta, they don't have a shot blocker in there. Jason, Mike Miller, James Posey, they can dribble and expose the paint the entire night.
Crawford, shot doesn't go. Gasol, Grizzlies up by 8. Memphis on the run. Gasol cannot be denied. 8-0 run by Memphis. An 8-0 spurt in the paint, I should say, and the Grizzlies are on the run. And the Memphis Grizzlies with an early advantage over the Hawks. That's sweet.
Weeknights, it's a who's who on the best damn sports show, period.
We can rebuild him. Better, stronger, faster. AOL 9.0 with top speed technology built in. For web surfing up to 5 times faster than with standard dial-up. Call 1-800-TOP-SPEED.
I like movies, period. Movies that make me think. Movies that keep me on the edge of my seat. I like all kinds of movies. That's why I have Stars from DirecTV. There's always a movie on, always. Stars gives me choices. Lots of channels, lots of new hit movies. I like movies, so of course, I have Stars.
Stars is just one of 12 distinct channels in the Stars Super Pack. Call 1-800-DIRECTV and ask for Stars or visit directtv.com today.
To cure athlete's foot, you've got to be fast on your feet. And nothing lets you treat faster than Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. If you use Tinactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks.
Who's gonna do that?
When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week is proven to kill the fungus and keep you athlete's foot free for 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Grizzlies by 10, 7:49 and remaining here in the first quarter, and Memphis has jumped on the Hawks, and Powell's 4-4.
Yeah, Powell has jumped on the Hawks as well, being able to do whatever he wants to. In Atlanta, they're going to have to eventually double team Powell in the paint. So he's going to have a fantastic night. They don't have the size to guard him in the paint.
Chris Crawford with the flush. Memphis 7 of 8. Mike Miller is a lone member of the Grizzlies that has attempted a shot and missed. Can he get one here? Got it. It's a 3. Memphis up by 11.
Big Jake knocked Bobby Sura to the ground. That's why Mike Miller was so wide open.
Terry out of the wing. Crawford sets it. Terry over Sakalidis. Miller taps it right to Powell. Atlanta gets back, but Jason's still running. In transition three. No. Tapped out by Posey. And the Grizzlies are all over the glass. Dribble penetration. Gasol pops out. Third opportunity. Posey in a crowd.
Well, we've seen this before out of the Grizzlies. They're coming out with a lot more energy. They're moving a lot quicker, scrapping for the basketball, and it's showing in the scoreboard.
Anybody, Hawk, that thought that quite possibly because they had that X by their name that they would just lay back just hasn't been around this team long enough. Pau Gasol fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. You know, this is a team that has handled every achievement by moving on and going to the next goal.
Tonight, you're right, they're playing excellent basketball, and a lot of it starting with Jason Williams. Him pushing the basketball up, getting the team in their early offense, and giving them some transition looks.
Big numbers for Powell over the last 5 games, and since the All-Star break, he's averaging 19 and 8. Yesterday, a rare day for Powell from the free throw line, and it continues. He was 9 of 18. He attempted 18 shots at Cleveland back on November 29th against the Cavaliers in a double overtime win, and he was 13 of 18 in that contest. And including yesterday, he is now 9 for his last 20. And that's shocking because he's a better free throw shooter than that. Backing down and posting up on Crawford. Crawford, who has 2 fouls, just can't hang with him.
Again, he missed the 2 free throws, but he can get whatever he wants in the paint. Back him down, nice right jump hook.
Already 10 points. Sura on dribble penetration. Tap back in. Amadou N'Diaye with his first bucket of the game. Gasol has now recorded 10 or more points in 63 consecutive games, and Big Jake's got it going with the hook.
That's nice to see. When Big Jake can get that right jump hook to fall, that only helps his confidence out.
Atlanta has made just 2 of their last 9 from the field. They're shooting 36%. Jackson back out on the floor. Posey taps it out of bounds, and it's Hawks basketball. Posey checks out 6 points in 7 minutes. Mike Miller leaving with 4 points. Sakalidis has a pair and 3 rebounds and a couple of blocks. Battier, Bonzi Wells, and Swift on the inbounds. Blown layup.
For the Grizzlies, every starter has scored already.
A 15-4 run. Gasol. 2 steps and then the left hand.
The agility to be able to maneuver himself around the guy standing there to take the charge and finish with the left hand. You don't have many big men in the league that can make that move.
Terry Stotts burns a timeout. The Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 20-second timeout, led offensively by an ignited Pau Gasol, coming off of 23 points yesterday in Toronto with 8 rebounds. And Pau is just 8 points shy of reaching 20, and he has recorded 23 of the last 4.
Well, we still have 5 minutes left in the first quarter. But early on, it's been a team effort. Everyone getting the job done.
And that has been the case throughout the course of this season. When you look at the minutes that are distributed throughout this team and the point productivity, look at that. That's why the Memphis Grizzlies are 47 and 26.
Despite injuries, another guy just steps right in. The train keeps on moving, and they keep on winning games.
Wherever we go in the NBA, there are always fans of Pau Gasol from his native land of Spain. Jackson, shot clock down to 3. Over Battier, shot clock violation.
Great defense by Shane. Steven Jackson tried to jump into him and create the foul, but Shane was standing there, arms in the air. Excellent no call by the official.
Bonzi Wells backing down in the post. And a A jump ball is called by Phil Robinson. The Grizzlies up 29-12 early here in the first quarter. Memphis isn't messing around.
That's a lot of points to put up on the board. 29 points in a little over 7 minutes.
Remember, on Friday night against Houston, they spotted 39 in the first quarter. And that is a season high in any one quarter.
But that's what you're supposed to do when you're playing against a team like Atlanta that's had a difficult season. You come out, you jump on them early.
First turnover by Memphis. Sura is fouled and will go to the line, and the foul is out of Bonzi Wells, and that's Bonzi's first. Grizzlies have dominated the paint. You're right, they have no one that can handle Pau Gasol. 16-4 points in the paint early on. Jason Williams, you see his right wrist there with a guard wrapped around it, and asked him before the game how it felt. He said it is still sore as he adjusts that wrap. That right wrist of his collided with the elbow of Steve Francis on Friday night. Didn't hurt him late yesterday in that game when the Grizzlies needed a couple of big shots. He knocked down 2 key threes late. Pau Gasol, a dozen early, Hawk, in 8 minutes, 6 of 7 from the field.
He's off to a great start, as well as Jason Williams early in this game. 5 assists already, getting everyone involved.
And 2 of 2 from the field, 5 points. Second unit on the floor for Hubie Brown, Watson, Swift, along with Outlaw. Battier into Bonzi Wells, the up fake. Jackson slides by. Shot doesn't go.
Bonzi was a little off balance on that shot. Didn't have the proper footwork. So have to get it in anyway.
Atlanta has made just 2 of their last 12. Travis Hansen knocks it down. The rookie out of BYU. Excellent three-point shooter in college. It hasn't translated yet here professionally. And Hansen, that time, it was a 2.
Hansen got away a little travel before he put the ball down, shuffled the feet.
Up top, Wells. The feed on the inside and a turnover. 13-point game. And Hubie Brown tells his team to let's go. Let's get this thing going again.
You want the second unit to come out and play with that same fire and intensity that the first unit did, especially offensively.
Dion. Sura. Nice cut as he shed Watson. And Hubie Brown wants a timeout. The 17-point lead is now down to 11. And a 6-0 run by Atlanta, so Hubie Brown uses a timeout. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter here at Phillips Arena.
Well, then you will find out.
Hey, isn't that your boyfriend, Tom?
Yeah, but who's that blonde he's with? That lousy two-timing.
Hello? Yeah, boss. I picked her up at the groomer, just like you asked. Yep, she's looking good, aren't she?
What a jerk.
Oh, yes. She's a pretty girl. Yes, you are.
Did I just see some tongue?
Order up.
What's the matter, baby?
My girlfriend, Aisha, she left me.
Oh, that's skinny.
She took my appetite and my ability to love.
Baby, here, try your sandwich with a Pepsi.
You got what I need, but you said you just a friend.
So tell me what you think about my Isaac and player.
Oh, baby.
Sandwiches need Pepsi. It's the cola. Sam's Town Hotel and Casino. It's more fun here.
Grizzlies on top of the Hawks here on a Monday night in Atlanta. Tomorrow, don't miss Totally NASCAR as NASCAR driver John Andretti joins us to help break down a wild weekend at Bristol and to discuss the growing rivalry between Jamie McMurray and Casey Kahn. Catch Totally NASCAR tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central, only on Fox Sports Net. Memphis basketball. Atlanta on a 6-0 run. Swift, 6 straight double-figure game. Shot doesn't go. Battier, offensive board in the putback.
Nice tap in by Shane, battling Steven Jackson on the weak side. Just had enough strength to get the position and tap it in.
What a run Strohmiles Swift has put together. 6 consecutive games of scoring in double digits, averaging 16.8 during that span. It ties his longest streak of consecutive games scoring double figures. Watson out and running. Earl loses his shoe, finds Battier. Earl's got to pick up the shoe. And Dick Pavetta calls an offensive foul on a Bo Outlaw. Did you ever lose a shoe, Hawk?
No, I never lost a shoe, but I have lost part of a shoe before.
In the middle of a game.
I had a couple of pair of shoes that as I was running, that didn't feel right.
And you look down and
the rubber was missing. I won't say what company.
No, don't. Did they fix the problem?
Yes, they did.
Like tire leaving the skid mark. Jackson, no. Watson climbs up, gets another board. Memphis. And a turnover.
Watson just a little slow on the pass. Shane was squeaking to the basket, and Earl didn't lead him to the hoop.
4th turnover by the Grizzlies. Atlanta has turned it twice. And Bonzi Wells, a deflection out of bounds. 31-18 with 1:44 remaining. But the Grizzlies relentless in their pursuit, and they are so focused on each and every game. And the way they came out tonight was impressive. Many teams a letdown, not the Grizzlies. Loose ball gobbled up by Hansen. No. Lost out of bounds. And it's Memphis ball. You've been on teams before, Hawk, that have reached the playoffs, and sometimes that game afterwards can be a tricky spot.
Yeah, because you're celebrating the fact that you finally made it. You're in. You relax a little, then you go out and you play a terrible game. But the Grizzlies, they're clicking on all cylinders tonight, and that's a credit to the coaching staff and Ruby Brown at keeping them focused on the goal.
And also credit to the players as well. Bonzi, and according to Blaine Reichelt, the foul was on the floor prior to the shot attempt. And it is the first on Hansen. Not one of the Hansen brothers of the famed slap shot movie as far as we know. The cut, Outlaw through the fingertips. Jackson lines it up from downtown. Saved by Atlanta in a second chance opportunity. And one. And Sura heads to the free throw line. Memphis up by 11, and Shane just picked up his first.
Well, this has been one bright spot for the Atlanta Hawks as the season is winding down. Bobby Sura and his continuous good play. He's putting forth a lot of effort out there night out on both the defensive and offensive end of the floor.
He has played in now 19 for Atlanta, averaging 14 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. Yes, his contract is up at the end of the year. It worked out for him to come here at least to show his ways. He has 2 double-doubles over the last 5 games. It's a 10-point game right now. Shot clock under 10. Outlaw, high-low feed. Strohmiles backing down on Enjoy. Pops out, tapped up. Battier. And a fresh shot clock. Shane doesn't go. And Diao and Bonzi were locked in. And heading down the other way was Hansen. And Swift ended up shoving Hansen out of bounds, and so Stroh earned the foul. And Swift just picked up his first. In a bonus situation, and Hansen heads to the free throw line.
The second unit, they've come out a little sluggish, a little slow offensively. Luckily, the first unit was able to build such a huge lead that they can still work themselves back into the game and into the flow of the game without having a lead or losing the lead, rather.
The bench only has 2 points. Battier, the lone 2. Just 1 of 5 from the field. Bonzi Wells fires from the baseline. Doesn't go. Outlaw tries to keep it alive. Squirts out. Hansen controls. And Travis Hansen heads back to the free throw line, and now an 8-point game. The Grizzlies led by 17.
Bonzi Wells, he took the quick shot. Grizzlies could have played for the last shot of the quarter. He missed it, and Atlanta, they were able to come up with the loose ball. Hansen back to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Watson just picked up his first. You see the numbers for Hansen. Recently activated on March 2nd off of the injured list. Playing in only his 33rd game of the year. And from the free throw line, 90%. And you see the free throws there. Perfect from the line of the Hawks. And that continues 9 of 9. And Atlanta now responding on a 13-2 run against the second unit of the Grizzlies, which is tough to do, and a turnover. Jackson launches. And the shot would not have counted. The Memphis Grizzlies early on in control, up by 17. But Atlanta closes the quarter on a 13-2 run against the second unit of the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies shooting 62%. They started 8 of 9. Gasol started 4 of 4. And Powell has been dominant, but it's a 6-point game.
Any problems yet?
No, we used FedEx.
We have packages going ground in trucks, and there are no problems. This is a problem.
What's a problem?
That there are no problems. That's a problem. If there's a problem, I can deal with it right away. If there's no problem, all I can do is sit here and wait for a problem. Yeah, no, I'm going to be here all night.
But we use FedEx Ground. There is no problem.
I know. It's a complete disaster.
Get out.
Yeah.
For reliable, affordable, nationwide ground delivery, relax, it's FedEx.
Dad, that's clean.
Looks good, huh? You know that's hot.
Yes, sir.
Check the big boy out. Navigation system. Clever. See that? Hit that. Oh, huh?
That's hot.
I scored.
You look good in the car.
For sure.
I look good in this, I think.
You do.
So tonight, I think you should let me get the keys.
No way. No.
Lincoln Navigator with 0% APR or $3,000 cash back plus $1,000 bonus cash for cat.
Dave.
Brian. Are these your consultants?
They're providing an ongoing assessment.
We're on a standardized Dell Linux solution. PowerEdge servers, Intel Xeon processors.
What about assessment? Validation, deployment.
Dell's services are proven and scalable end to end. They're customer-centric.
We're more contractually inseparable.
Manage your enterprise for less with the flexibility of Dell products and services. Call or go online today.
Imagine better entertainment. The Total Choice Plus package from DirecTV offers 15 extra channels for just a few dollars more. Great channels like VH1 Classic, PBS Kids, 5 Discovery channels, and more. With over 135 channels in all, Total Choice Plus has more choices for everyone in the family. Call 1-800-DirecTV and order today.
With your health.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
As we begin play in the second quarter, the Memphis Grizzlies on top of the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks close out the first quarter on a 13-2 run. 8 of those scored from the free throw line. The rookie Diao, shot doesn't go. Posey, Miller, back out on the floor for the Grizzlies. UB Brown employing his team to run, and the one thing that he talked to his team about, the turnovers. They turned it over 6 times in the first quarter, and 7 points were scored off of the turnovers. Swift pops out. And Jackson is there.
You look at the 6-point lead for the Grizzlies, and the reason Atlanta's back in the game is because of the turnovers. They're still shooting the basketball well, but you have to get shots.
Grizzlies 59%. The Hawks just 33%. Sura fouled. And Bobby Sura will go to the free throw line. And Watson just picked up his second.
Bobby Sura, he's been very aggressive, taking the basketball to the hoop tonight, using his quickness, slashing to the lane, getting to the free throw line. He's off to a good start.
And the Hawks, as I mentioned, during that 13-2 run, 8 earned at the free throw line. They have yet to miss. They're 9 of 9 collectively. And Sura with 7 points. Their first miss of the game. Sura out of Florida State University, selected 17th overall by the Cavaliers back in '95. Played in Cleveland, Golden State, and now here in Atlanta. Miller for three. No, on the weak side. Swift has it taken away by Dion. Terry. Sura trying to shed Posey. And a foul on James Posey.
All of a sudden, Atlanta, they're moving a little quicker. They're passing the ball a little more crisp. They're doing now what the Grizzlies were doing in the first quarter.
Grizzlies were on a roll. That first unit just couldn't miss. Sura got it. 2-point game.
Bobby Sura was knocked to the floor, very close to having a chance for the rare 4-point play.
To the surprise of everybody here in this building, Atlanta has mounted a comeback. Posey kick out. Here's Watson. Can't get it. 25% three-point shooter. Loose ball, scrapping for the ball. Bo Outlaw. Watson hits the deck. Hanson. And a chance for Atlanta to tie or take the lead. Memphis has missed their last 6 shots. And Mike Miller gets called for the foul, and the whistle not kind to Memphis early, and that's his second.
Well, Bobby Sura, when he gets the basketball, it's just one-on-one. I'm taking the ball to the hoop.
Sura 3 of 7 has 11 points. Terry off the mark. Bo Outlaw and over the back on Njai.
Njai has been active early on the boards, but that time going for the offensive rebound. Bo Outlaw had good position. Njai right over the back.
His first, Mamadou Njai. Outlaw. Grizzlies maintain their advantage by 2. Pick and roll with Bo. Shot clock down to 6. Stroh, hot step. Shot doesn't go, and Stroh is 0 of 4 from the field. Atlanta ball.
The Grizzlies' second unit, they just have no rhythm offensively. James Posey with the terrific block. After Hanson put the quick spin move on him, JP never quit. Got back into play and swatted it out of bounds.
That's a rare sight. That sign right there, the bench productivity. 8-2, the Grizzlies bench right now just 1 of 9 from the field. And remember, when the starting unit left, they were shooting in the upper 70 percentile. Now they're shooting 52. Terry ties it. 31-31, and UB Brown wants to use a timeout. And the Memphis Grizzlies, after working hard early and gaining a 17-point advantage, now tied at 31. Terry, 6 points.
its own, money is not smart. It needs instruction, guidance, like the kind offered at First Tennessee. Our financial professionals help you straighten out retirement plans, get a loan, plan for college, and get your financial goals in order, so your money has what it takes to wise up and work harder. And that's smart. First Tennessee, all things financial.
The X Factor. You know it's a part of the game. Is it a part of you? Introducing new Gatorade X Factor. 2 great flavors fused together under one cap.
Welcome back to Atlanta, the Memphis Grizzlies and the Atlanta Hawks now in a tight one. And you look at the Atlanta Hawks against the Midwest Division, and they have fared well. And why do you think that is? Nobody taking them seriously?
That has to be it. I have no idea why those teams came in here and let Atlanta beat them. But one of the dangerous things also about this team is they could nail it in if you get them down, but they have a lot of guys that are playing for contracts.
That's right, and they're playing free and easy. The game doesn't mean all that much to them. They're playing free and easy, nothing on their shoulders, no burdens. Playing for contracts, as you said.
You're right, when you have a lot of Bobby Surras on your team, guys in the last year of their deal, they're playing for other general managers to notice them and maybe get another shot at another team next year.
Grizzlies have missed their last 7. Mike Miller, Sakalitas, Gasol, Williams, and Posey, and Jason is fouled. 2-shot foul, and the foul is on Terry. With 4 seconds remaining in the shot clock, Jason Williams is looking to launch.
Well, Jason trying to come up with the shot, but the shot clock is winding down, and Jason Terry right at the end reaches in, wipes him across the arm.
Jason on the season, 84% from the free throw line. That ties a career best. Over the last 2 games, averaging 15.5 points, 5 assists, 10 of 16 from the field, 6 of 9 from downtown, and perfect from the free throw line. And that stretch continues. Memphis back up by 2. Terry doesn't go. Mike Miller with a rebound, and Hubie Brown telling his team to go. Jason Williams will go.
Hubie Brown, he's yelling go. He doesn't have to yell it too much with Jason out there running the point.
Terry. Crawford.
Nice pass, a good fast break by Atlanta. Terry held on to that basketball. He made Big Jake commit and then made the quick bounce pass.
Gasol. Here's Posey from downtown. Rings it up. JP for 3. He has 9.
Grizzlies do such a solid job of when you try to press them of attacking the hoop.
Speaking of attacking the hoop. 1-point game. 7:25 remaining in the first half. Defensive 3-second violation on Mamadou Njai. Chris Crawford getting out and running the floor, the big man.
Good pass by Terry, and Crawford, he's making the most of the playing time he's getting. He's been very active in playing good basketball for Atlanta.
Over the last 3 games, 15 points and 6 rebounds a night, at 11 in the victory against the Bulls. The Grizzlies now by 2 after the free throw. Miller dumps it on the inside of Gasol. Mike to Sakalitas, great find by Miller.
Big Jake going up between two Atlanta players and throwing it down.
Sakalitas has 4. The Grizzlies up by 4. Terry doesn't go. Here's Jason. Behind the back to Posey. Plus the foul. How sweet it is.
How pretty is that in transition? Big Jake dunks it and then shows a little emotion after he dunked the basketball. But Jason, he's always probing, watching the lane, watching to see who's running the floor with him. And right behind the back pass to James Posey. And how many times do we see him throw that behind the back pass right on the money?
Posey has a dozen. Gasol has a dozen. The foul was on Jackson. And as you have said countless times, and you have somebody like Jason Williams out on the run, if you're smart, you're going to fill the lanes. And guess what? The Grizzlies fill the lanes. Posey, Miller, Gasol, they get out and go too.
I will by far be the best in the best shape I've ever been if I played with Jason because you know you're going to get scoring opportunities.
Another find. Miller to Sakalitas. Big Jake can't be stopped on the inside. He's 3 of 3 and has 6 points, and the Grizzlies, their lead with the first unit, back up to 9. Mike Miller, a couple of dimes. Williams. Mike. Sakalitas.
Dad, that's clean. That's good, huh? You know that's hot.
Yes, sir.
Check the big boy out. Navigation system. Clever. See that? Hit that. Oh, huh?
That's hot.
I scored.
You look good in the car.
For sure.
I look good in this, I think.
You do.
So tonight, I think you should let me get the keys.
No way. No.
Lincoln Navigator with 0% APR or $3,000 cash back plus $1,000 bonus cash for Cadillac owners. Travel well.
I'm in. In?
Who's in? We're in.
Verizon Wireless introduces In. Free in-network calling.
I'm in.
I'm in.
He's in. He's in. You're in.
I'm in.
You're in.
She's in.
Join in and call to any Verizon Wireless customer anytime, anywhere, absolutely free from our national in-network coverage area.
We're in.
With a network of 36 million people, that's a lot of free calling.
We're in.
Are you in?
You better believe I'm in.
Good. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Grizzlies on top by 9 with 6:14 remaining in the first half. Your Memphis Grizzlies are headed to the playoffs. Say it, see it, and believe it. Playoff tickets go on sale Saturday, April 10th at 10 a.m. Or get playoff tickets now by making just a $250 deposit for next year's